It's time to draft, ladies and gentlemen. Live underdog fantasy football drafts. We're doing it live. We're also doing some pick'em stuff here because they opened up a whole new feature here. If we go to pick'em and we go over to NFL season and we see things like where's this Trevor Lawrence unbelievable high or low pick'em right here. Hurts is a good one too, but Trevor Lawrence 26.5 passing touchdowns. This man's got to throw only 27 touchdowns to win this higher. I'll take it every single time. And we're getting into the live draft lobby and we're going to go on over to puppy draft, okay? And we're going to draft here in a second. Don't click on it yet. Wait until I drop the link and we do the intro and all that. So hang tight. The Fantasy Football Show live draft edition begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? My name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we're drafting live tonight. That's right. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we draft live here on the channel. And I'm going to drop the link in just 1 second. Let me just click on this real quickly and get right into the draft. Okay, so what you got to do, let me drop the link. What you got to do is go into this Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty or use this link right here. This link will get you where you need to go. It'll enter promo code Smitty for you. They'll match up to $100 in your first deposit on Underdog. If you already have an Underdog account ready to go, just hang tight. Hang out in the lobby and swipe over to puppy and click on it and wait. Okay, don't click the green button yet if you want to get into the same draft as your boy. Okay, link has been pinned in the live chat. If you're watching a replay of the show, it's in the description of every video. And we're going to jump right into the draft in one second. Hang tight. Okay, here we go. I'm going to click it in T-minus 5 seconds. You guys click it right now. There's about a 5-second delay at this point in the YouTube show. So if you clicked it, then I click it now. We should be synced up. And it looks like we have 2 spots left, 3. They go quick. They go this time of night. They just fill up like that. It's the luck of the draw. Get into one right now alongside of us. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if you're in a different draft than I am. If we're drafting together or talking it through together, you can tell me what you got going on in your draft. I'm not going to start another one because it just ends up being a disaster trying to stream 2 of them and going back and forth. And even though people talk me into it most times, I'm not going to do that anymore because it just makes the stream crazy. So we're just going to wait for this one to begin. If you're in a different draft than me, that's okay. Big Dog Stark got in it. Speedy got in it. Looks like we got a plenty of people in this one. Doctor, I think, is ours. WS Loss, I believe, is one of ours. Looks like we got about 5 people into this draft. But if you get into one alongside of it, even better in some cases, okay? Because then you get to apply what you're seeing here and apply it to your draft. Let me get this. Let's see. Draft begins now. Up in 11 picks. Let me find this draft. I think this is it right here. No, that's not it. Hold on. Up in 10 picks. This is it right here. Okay. So let me go ahead and go into full screen mode and get on over to the draft board mode. And this should show it right there. Okay, good. Let me pop this open and move this slightly in that direction there. That will be the best viewing exposure for you all. Looks like I pulled the 12 pick. Fantastic. You know I like the 12 pick. And when I say I like it, with you guys I don't, because you are snipers. But I've actually drafted a couple good teams from the 12 spot when drafting with you guys. I think we figured out that the middle picks are a little harder when drafting amongst our group. Big Dog Stark dropping JJ at the 1 spot, Jamar Chase at the 2, Tyreek Hill at the 3, Cooper Kupp at the 4, and this individual right here in the 5 slot takes Christian McCaffrey. It looks like Snowplow could get Bijan. I don't think that's our guy, so maybe one of our people might be able to get him. We'll see. I don't know if these 4 guys right here are one of ours. Doctor might be. Christian McCaffrey, A.J. Brown. I've never seen Bijan fall to 12 in, I think, even one draft since, the early days, January, February, March. I haven't seen it. Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it just be nice? I've never seen it since maybe February. I forget when we started drafting. I think it was January or February. It might have been February. I have not seen it. Eckler. Good Lord. Are we about to see it happen live? Are we about to see Bijan Robinson fall to 12? Something I've never seen happen since February. Doctor, I think W.S. Loss is one of ours, so he's going to take him. I don't know if Doctor's one of our people either. Lamb, oh my God. W.S. Loss has got to be one of our people. He's got to be one of our. There's no way I'm getting Bijan at 12. There's no way I'm getting. Oh my. Son of a.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
All right, I'm going to go Garrett Wilson here. And then, man, that sucked. That straight sucked. I normally go, I guess I'll go maybe I'll go St. Brown. I've done that before a couple times. Man, that was so close. That was so freaking close, man. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go quarterback here. I don't want to force anything, and honestly, Hurts and Garrett Wilson both top 1 to 5 at their position. God, that was close. That was so close. I haven't seen that for months and months. It would be a marvel of sorts. Can we real quickly go over to, while we're waiting for this to come back to my pick, real quickly, let's just jump into if we go down to the pick'em at the bottom, and then we select NFL season. They got all these sports right here. Obviously, you collect NFL season, second to last. Can we just look at some of these higher lows? There, you can do a $5. You pick 5. It's a 20 times multiplier. 20 times your $5 if you get all 5 of them right. You have to get all 5 of them right. You can do the insurance where it knocks it down to $50 instead of getting the full 100. Let's see here. QB, what the F? Avi, haven't you grown in this by now? Haven't you seen this enough to where this doesn't spark? You seeing a quarterback go as early as Hurts 13 hasn't sparked something in you at this point. You truly are shocked. You truly, it requires a WTF or a wow emoji. You really can't understand that concept by now. You're literally in 2023, Avi, and you think quarterback early is crazy at this point when you're drafting at the beginning of the second round, that Jalen Hurts could outscore every single person in the entire draft, and you think it's crazy to grab Jalen Hurts? Are we not in a different place by now? Are you still that far behind in the times, Avi? Seriously. Okay, Hurts, 11 rushing touchdowns. That seemed to have increased since the last time we looked at it. This has been moving already. 6.5 touchdowns for Justin Fields is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. This one over here, Joe Burrow, 33.5 passing TDs. Give me the over on that. Patrick Mahomes, don't want to touch that because those are very respectable numbers. Anthony Richardson, 2,725 yards. These are so fun. These are so fun. The one that catches my eye, and you can do these too, Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Go ahead and check it out. Promo code Smitty. Link is in the description. Link is pinned in the live chat. And you can do these too. You can do these too. Trevor Lawrence, 26.5 passing touchdowns. That is a marvel. Marvel. Just absolute amazingness. Easy over on that one. Check these out. Go check him out. Gibbs, 580 rushing yards. How are you not smashing that over and over and over? How are you not smashing the Breece Hall, 850 rushing yards? Absolutely ludicrous. Let's get back on over to the draft. Let's see what the draft looks like thus far. We've got Garrett Wilson and Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler, Jalen Waddle, Travis Kelce, Amon-Ra, Stephon Diggs, Saquon Barkley. We've got, let me put this on screen so I can follow along. We've got A.J. Brown, and Chris Olave. And we've got a $20 hauler from Cody. $20 hauler from Cody. Cody, appreciate you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Money gun's already broken. The money machine's already broken. We burned the motor out the first day. It's unbelievable. Appreciate you dropping that, Cody. Sick Nasty dropping a $2 hauler. Cody dropping a $20 hauler. Let me put these right here, and I'm going straight to them. You guys hang tight real quickly. We got A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Tony Pollard, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews, and Lamar Jackson. And your boy's waiting for his pick right here. So let's check out these super chats real quickly. The first one was the $20 hauler from Cody. Cody says, need help, 1 QB. I have Jackson, Javonte, Najee, Gibbs, Bijan. Brian Robinson. I thought that was Bijan. Devontae, Deontay, Godwin, Pitts, Tank Dell, Conquo, Elijah Moore, Mechie. Would you trade Devontae Smith and Mechie for Flowers and Kincaid? I would not, because you have a Conquo. If it was tight end premium, which I don't see anywhere, it wouldn't necessarily change too much. It might, but no, I wouldn't trade Devontae Smith for Flowers just to get that tight end upgrade that you may not actually need, because the Conquo is pretty good. Are we doing a league chat for the Marsman Moonman? Yes, we are. Sick Nasty. I will be reaching out to everybody with a link and saying join the chat. Let me get over to this draft. I am two picks away. 2 picks away. Okay. This is going to be an interesting little round here. I don't know if I'm pretty sure Doctor's not one of ours. I'm not sure if WS Loss, I believe that might be one of ours. Amari Cooper. I don't think this is one of ours, though. I mean, not that our people don't have, different approaches and such. Like a Devontae Adams owner or believer in this live stream is not crazy. Deebo Samuel went. I don't think that's one of ours. Right now, I've got Garrett Wilson. I've got Jalen Hurts. And now I can go. Let's go Christian Watson and Jahmyr Gibbs. I almost went ETN and Jahmyr Gibbs and just kept the one wide receiver, but I think because all things seem very equal, I'm going to go with Christian Watson and Jahmyr Gibbs. And for any, second guessing, Steven out there, I could have went if I wanted to Amon-Ra. That's probably who I would have went with. But I like Christian Watson in close ways, even though there's obviously a difference in ADP. There's a difference in expectation level. That the Jalen Hurts and Watson versus St. Brown and probably would have got Burrow there. Very arguable if you're a Christian Watson believer. So at the end of the day, nothing really changed. I got Jahmyr Gibbs, and I've got a lot of Burrow-built teams. So rather than wait for Burrow to fall to me, and I've got tons of Burrow shares, when I can and when it makes sense, I do try and accumulate a handful of Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and Mahomes teams, because I want to have a mix of the big 5 quarterbacks, and Trevor Lawrence too, a mix of the big 6. I want to have some sort of rotation going because I want a piece of all those guys. I have 60% of my teams have Joe Burrow on them, and he's my most owned player by quite a bit in the 60 percentile. 60% exposure to Joe Burrow on these Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Link is in the description and pinned in the live chat. I've got 60+% exposure to Joe Burrow in round 4. But this right here is a very, very good start. I like this team. I'd love to do a super flex best ball. That sounds fun. D-Class, they had so many of them. We got super flex out. There were so many of them. They did it for months after the NFL draft. We did so many of them that we were praying for the 1 QBs to come back. And I kind of miss the super flex now that they've been gone for so long. But we did have a month of doing it. It was a lot. It was a lot. Hurts at 13. Yes, Neil. Haven't you seen it before, Neil? Haven't you seen early quarterback strategy before, Neil? Has it never crossed your desk? Clinton, appreciate you. Missed my $5 hauler. I'm going to disapprove. Where's your $5 hauler? Goodness gracious, bro. I'm sorry. Clinton, here we go. PPR redraft. Hurts, Gibbs, Mixon, Garrett Wilson, Hill, Olave, Swift, Ingram, benches, Madison. What's a Christian Watson on your bench, or is that? Yeah, I think that is that Christian Watson, or is that Deshaun on your bench? James Cook, Gabe Davis, P. Ryan. Okay, Hurts, Gibbs, Mixon, Garrett Wilson, Hill, Olave. I love it. I would trade Mixon away. I'd trade Mixon away. I want nothing to do with Mixon. Madison and Mixon with a player like, I don't know, you could throw, I mean, you got such a good team. I mean, you don't need to do anything. You got a really good team, but I would try and get rid of Mixon somehow, some way. I would try and do some sort of trade to get into a player I believe in a lot more than Mixon. You know, even like a Kenneth Walker, and then go get Charbonnet somehow as a much better option. Sorry about the delay on that. Appreciate you super chatting. I don't know how that one slipped past me, but I appreciate you telling me. Clinton, your Smitty approved. You're going to the moon, pal.
To the moon.
Okay. All right. Are we doing another puppy? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. You guys got to get your notifications turned on. On Instagram, on my profile, there's little circle options below on my profile, below my paragraph and my name and everything. And you'll see when it says channels. Make sure you click the IG channel and subscribe to the I'm Going Live channel. You'll get an alert every single time. Thank you, Clinton. Appreciate you. My high on Alexander Madison. Not as a running back too, but as a flex. Yes, I am. What's good, Nevin? What is good, Nevin? All right, what do we got going on here? So we got from the one spot, Starks got JJ, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk. Is Brandon Ayuk's ADP anywhere near that, Stark? I don't know if it is. It feels a little bit like a reach with Ayuk, but I like JJ, Andrews, Lamar, but I'm not sure if that Ayuk pick is. But I like Ayuk's looking good right now, but I like this team number 2. You have Burrow and Chase stack. You got Pollard, you got Mahomes, you got Kenneth Walker. It's really good, Speedy. That's really good. I like what you're doing there. That's a really good team, and it's a one quarterback, but you take 2 quarterbacks and you have the best scoring in the entire league. Herbert just went. Team 3's got Tyreek, Higgins, Josh Allen, Terry McLaurin, Hawkinson. Team 4's got Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Drake London, Fields. I like that team a lot. I'm getting close to being on the clock. And I may just take a gander. Jeez, this pick is so, this draft slot is so hard when you're in Snipe City. When you're in the middle of Snipeville, it can be pretty difficult navigating. You know what I might do? I don't know if he's going to take him here, but I might go ahead and do a similar approach to what DJ Speedy's doing. Just because there are some players here, but they're big time reaches. I don't know that I necessarily want to grab them this high. I think I'm going to get a little crazy, and I think I'm going to grab... I'm going to go Aaron Jones and get a second RB. I'm going to come in and get Trevor Lawrence, dominate quarterback production alongside my boy over here, Burrow and Mahomes from DJ Speedy. And now we are going to monopolize the quarterback scoring in this league. DJ Speedy and I are going to, in my opinion, be scoring so many points at the quarterback spot that we're going to have a pretty nice advantage. And the real question will be, will my flex and my wide receiver 3 suffer because of this, or will I be okay? We'll find out. Why isn't anybody jumping on Madison? Because he shouldn't be going earlier than about this round right here. Round 6 is his round. Madison goes in round 6. He doesn't really go in round... If you take him in round 5, I think it's too early. I wouldn't take him in round 5. Cooks will go to the Jets and take down Breece Hall. Do you mean Dalvin Cook? Because Cooks sounds like you're talking about Brandon Cooks. Dalvin Cook may or may not go to the Jets juice box, but there's not a lot of buzz on that right now. I don't have a lot of Aaron Jones. I took him in the 5th round. I didn't want to reach for anybody else and do some kind of, reach fest. I already, reached on Jalen Hurts, who was easily worth the 13 overall pick. I personally, no offense, Avi, or anybody in here that thinks it's a crazy reach, but it's madness to me. To still hold on to the early quarterback is a bad thing argument. I don't care if ADP says he's going at 20 overall. I'm in a best ball draft where I can't trade. You cannot trade in a best ball draft. And yes, you should allow the players to fall to you and just draft different teams. But at the same time, you're talking about a guy that can outscore every single person on this board. When you play the game of you shouldn't take a quarterback early, you have to know what the score is. You have to know what you're dealing with. And the bottom line is, in the game known as early quarterback hating, you got to know that if I land my wide receiver, instead of taking St. Brown, I land my Christian Watson instead of waiting for Burrow or Fields at 36 overall. I'm fine with it because of what Hurts brings to the table, his rushing ability, his ability to outscore every single quarterback in fantasy football. Now, I think Burrow still can do that as well. Why am I high on Christian Watson when Love flopped on his day to shine? I don't think Love flopped on his day to shine, TCW. What makes you think Love flopped on his day to shine? Number one, Love threw a touchdown pass to Christian Watson. Watson's a marvel in the making, bro. Watson's going to get fed tons of footballs in the 3rd and 4th quarter as this team comes back. I have a video likely dropping tomorrow on Watson in that situation. So buckle up, get your popcorn ready, my guy TCW. You're in for a little show. I love Watson because Watson's a mini Deebo Samuel. This guy's going to run for 200 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns on the ground. Ran for 2 touchdowns last year. Ran for a 40+ yard touchdown run. This guy is a 6'4" monster. 6'4" monster wide receiver, big target, totally matured, totally fast-tracked by Aaron Rodgers, and left like he's a veteran sitting on this roster awaiting Jordan Love to mature and get into what I would say would be a competent state. Madison, and a competent version of the man, will produce solid to, more than solid, low-end elite numbers for Christian Watson in a bad season. Watson should have about 1,200, 1,300 yards, and, it could be 7 touchdowns, but it also could be 10. It could be 80 receptions, but it also could be 90. We could be looking at a 90 reception receiver, 85 to 90 reception receiver, 1,100 to 1,300 yards, just depending on how good Jordan Love does get or become. And maybe he's just mediocre to good, but he's not going to be bad. He's not going to be bad, bro. He's going to be at least mediocre to good. He's at least going to be Jared Goff good before Jared Goff's 2023 season, that is, because Jared Goff's probably going to have a pretty darn good year. Let's just be honest. He's probably going to have a good year because this Lions team's going places and it looks fantastic. Let's scroll this little bad boy down and get ready to draft. I'm 6 picks away. and I don't know who I'm going to take yet. I better queue up some players and get them ready to rumble. Wide receivers, running backs, I could go in 100 different directions here. I'm not really sure who I'm grabbing next, to be honest. I know it probably won't be a quarterback. That's about the only thing I do know at this point, because the players are flying off the board. It's getting ultra thin out there. Ultra thin out there, ladies and gentlemen. I got 2 wide receivers. My team so far is as follows. Here's my squad. If anybody would like to see it on screen, I got in a 1 QB, optimal scoring quarterbacks, best ball, obviously, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence. I'm scoring some touchdowns this year, ladies and gentlemen. Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson. I'm feeling pretty good about that team, to be honest with you. Not my favorite team I've ever drafted, but I haven't drafted my favorite team from the 12th spot. That's just the way it is from the 12th spot. This is going to be a pretty easy choice for me. I'm going Isaiah Pacheco here, and then probably going to take a player that maybe can't help me right away, but there's about 15 wide receivers on screen here. Let me show you what I'm looking at, where I just don't feel good about any of these guys. I mean, a couple of them are okay, but I'm not in love with any of these guys. I'm going to take a guy that has at least enough upside. Let me go back to the draft board. At least enough upside to be a pretty darn good wide receiver 3 for this team. So we've got Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Isaiah Pacheco, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers. I'm not hating that team. Very, very solid. Very solid. Doing what I did at quarterback, reaching on Hurts, reaching on getting another quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. Still pretty solid core. I'm liking it. Smitty, are you saying Watson is better than Kirk or Terry McLaurin? Well, TCW, by the tone of your message, I assume you haven't been here very, very much this offseason, because we have a little list called the Moon Man list.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
And I guess I would say Exhibit A on the Moon Man list has Christian Watson.
Space Monsters.
And I don't see McLaurin. I see Dotson. I don't see McLaurin. I don't see Kirk. So I'm going to say that's a negative. I'm going to say that I, myself, you can feel differently, have Christian Watson as a top 6 to 10 wide receiver. Breakout. Monster. Absolute gem in the making. And you don't have to see it that way. I see it that way. I feel it in my bones. And the fact that let me name this so that I can find it easier. Puppy 2, let's see, this is the 2 QB. Let me just title it that way so I can find it easier. But I'm gonna say that one of my favorite, if I go to pick 'em and I go to NFL season and I try and find the man that goes by the name Christian Watson in here, this right here is absolutely marvelous. Where is it? Where is Christian Watson? Where's Christian Watson when you need him? Trying to make a point here. Christian, look at this. Drake London, 850 yards. That's crazy. Christian Watson, 850 yards. I feel so confident in the higher on this pick'em right here. 850 yards. This man only has to get 851 yards. 851 yards on the over. It's glorious. Absolute glory. And when you look at what I've got so far on this card, and I need one more to make it 20 times multiplier. Right now it's at 10. Trevor Lawrence over 26.5 touchdowns. Breece Hall, 850 rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 580.5 rushing yards. And Christian Watson, 850 receiving yards. If I didn't even add a fifth one yet, $5 would get you 50. $5 would get you 50. And I'm not done with this one yet. I'm not done with this card. Part of me wants to put another player in here. There's so many good ones to choose from. It's absolute glory. Okay, going back to where's the draft? 2 QB. I don't know how far away I am. Let me get over to the draft board real quickly. I don't want to time out. It's just absolute madness. Just absolute madness. I trust your bones, Smitty. Thank you, D-Class. I appreciate you. Christian Watson will destroy that by 400 yards. Agreed, James. Easily. 1,200 yards would be a disappointing season. I know it's not for everybody, TCW. Predicting the future isn't for everybody, bro. Going up on the mountaintop and trying to anticipate what's going to happen. Speedy got sniped. Speedy got sniped by Big Dog Stark, who took Zach Charbonnet. Just sniped him out from underneath him. I probably would have grabbed him there, Speedy, at that 95 pick. I wouldn't have messed around with that. But you could tell which followers are mine because none of my guys that I love to steal in this 12 spot are ever making it back to me. Just constantly sniped left and right. This is why you're never going to see me. I think I had one draft where I felt like it was one of my better drafts I've had, but you're never going to see me go, this is one of the best drafts I've ever drafted in my life when I'm drafting with you guys. Because it's like I'm wearing my picks on my forehead. I've got them tattooed right on my forehead. Phone lines are open if anybody would like to dial into the show.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Okay. Evan Ingram, of course, the guy I had queued just went. Smitty, lives are a safe space for me, for real. Best community on YouTube for sure. Thank you, Young. Appreciate you. I guess everyone loves T-Law this year but me. Why would you not love him, Bennett? The phone line's open. I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to get mad at you, but call in if you want, and let's discuss why you don't like Trevor Lawrence. I'm just curious. I'd love to hear it from a negative perspective. A logical reaction, though, you know? Marsman Ron is on the line. Marsman Ron.
What's up, Smitty?
Cards went out today, by the way. I know it took me a while to get them all out. I was waiting on some addresses. I had a couple address changes from people, and but the cards went out today. I mean, I think Miss Smitty sent them. She was supposed to. She took them.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so they're a little delayed in getting out. But what do you think about the draft so far, Ron?
Yeah, pretty decent. I'm in a different one with a bunch of our guys. It's pretty snipage in ours.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this team so far? Here's my squad.
I've got both of them.
I've got Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Pacheco, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Zay Flowers. Not bad. The 12 spot's hard.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it.
Okay, I'm on the clock here, or I will be. God, there's nothing left.
I got the 2 spot.
There's nothing left, man.
I got a snipe 3 rounds in a row.
There's just nothing left. I guess I'll go. Man. I'm going to take him early. It's a little early, but he's not going to make it back to me. I got to cuff McKinnon to Pacheco. Now I feel pretty good about this running back room. I got McKinnon, Pacheco, Aaron Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs. Wide receiver, I don't know what to do here. I think I'm just going to... I'm going to go tight end. I'm going to go Pat Freiermuth. So, team so far is Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Pacheco, McKinnon, Garrett Wilson, Watson, Zay Flowers, Pat Freiermuth. Not bad. What's your team look like? Rock out. Hit me with it.
It's not my best, but all right. Quarterback, T-Law, Jordan Love. And then running back, Bijan Robinson, Pollard, Damian Pierce, Antonio Gibson. And then wide receiver, Ridley, Marquise Brown,
Hold on 1 second.
Mike Evans.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Antonio Gibson.
Yeah.
Okay, A. Gibson. All right. Wide receivers.
Ridley, Marquise Brown, Mike Evans, Mingo, and then tight end, Moof and Kincaid. Yeah, sniped pretty hard.
So T-Law, Love, Bijan Pollard, Ridley, Evans. Yeah, I've seen you draft better. I feel like that's probably not the grand prize winner, but man, you never know. You never know. But yeah, I've definitely seen better, and I don't know that mine is either. Ron, what's your team?
It's pretty well, kind of. It's predictable. I punted.
Hold on. Cousins.
Okay.
No, you got sniped on Charbonnet. Cousins. You've got Deontay. And who you got here? Cousins, Deontay, and I'm just trying to spitball this. I'm gonna say
Second quarterback.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Do I have those two right? Are those on your team, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'd be surprised because I punted running back. I went 0 running back. I didn't take my first running back until pick 74.
All right, hit me with your team. I already got 2 of them written down.
All right, Cousins and Pickett, Charbonnet, Dillon, Damian Harris, Jalen Warren, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Jordan Addison, Deontay Johnson, Hawkinson, and Irv Smith.
Yeah, so give me your receivers again. JJ,
Higgins, Devontae Smith, Jordan Addison, and Deontay Johnson.
I should have known Addison was on your team too, but I thought you'd get sniped on Charbonnet, but looks like you got him.
I got sniped. And
Yeah.
Speedy was in this one. He took Burrow in round 3.
Yeah, I feel like we've all drafted better than these teams. I mean, my team, I like my team, but I don't love it. I don't feel like this is the best team. But if Aaron Jones and Pacheco, McKinnon work out for me, and Flowers blows up, I think this will be a really strong team. But I don't feel like it's my best team I've ever drafted. That's for sure.
Yeah,
It's hard to in our group. It's hard to. There's a lot of sniping going on. Especially when
2 picked away from.
Especially when you look at the draft slots 1 and 2, like these guys have my entire, wish list. Let's take a look at it. Chase, Pollard, Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, Burrow, Kadarius Toney, Dotson, Speedy. They were not Speedy. Jameson Williams, Kamara, Kincaid. It's like my entire queue would be. He just literally plucked them off. Then Stark's got a little bit different team, but as some of the guys I like. But yeah, Speedy's drafting straight off my queue. He must have hacked in somehow and just took it. But hey, I'll wear my picks on my sleeve. It's what I do. It's the cost of living.
Yeah, I kind of. Jake, that's fire. He took Walker, so I sniped Charbonnet from him. I'm sure of it. He got Pickens though, so
yeah,
going back and forth. Like London and Dotson.
I know Speedy got probably really pissed off when Charbonnet got sniped by Big Dog Stark, but Speedy, you shouldn't have let him go. I wouldn't have. I like Jameson, but I would have probably went after Charbonnet there. Hopkins for Madison in Dynasty. Who wins? I don't know. That's a toss up because they could both start the same amount of years. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not just because Madison's younger that you're for sure going to get something out of that. Okay, I'm on the clock. Sky Moore's pretty good this late in like round 12. That's not bad.
We're in round 14.
I'll take Sky Moore here.
It's very thin.
And then I guess I probably will go. I don't know why. I haven't cooled on Mingo, but I certainly haven't like ramped up. Only because we're not hearing a lot. But like the moment something happens with Mingo, I know he's gonna pop back into everybody's mind. I'm gonna take Mingo and Sky Moore. They're good wide receivers for my 4 and 5. I mean, considering I went really late shopping for them.
Yeah,
And we're like three picks ahead, 3 rounds of picks.
Speedy's a big reacher.
Yeah, because he's taken all my boys. But I mean,
Yeah, he took Dell in round 14. Like 20 some picks before.
Speedy's in this draft and your draft.
He's on the board.
He's reaching so hard in both. Yeah,
he's in both of them.
Yeah, that's early. I mean, I'm getting Dell in like round 14, 15, like clockwork.
He took 4 downs.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he knows everybody likes him in here.
Thanks for giving me the gift of downs.
Hey, let's hold on real quickly. Let's go on over to Avi. Avi's been waiting real patiently. Avi, you're live.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just listening along. I like your team you drafted. I think it's very crafty.
Yeah,
Gibbs.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely a different team. Mine's in the 12th spot.
For sure.
I mean, you could go 100 different ways. The thing is, I wouldn't have got Breece Hall. He went right before you could see him. You know, he went right before. I don't know what. If I went Amon-Ra, which is the only thing I was considering doing other than Hurts, if I went Amon-Ra, I probably would have went Burrow and Gibbs, and I would have been okay with that. That would have been a great play too. But I like the Garrett Wilson, Jalen Hurts, Christian Watson, Jahmyr Gibbs almost as much. I probably would have liked St. Brown and Burrow a little bit better than Watson and Hurts, but not much. Because I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have a monster year. And not to mention, like, maybe Burrow, you know how Burrow kind of, I'm not saying Burrow's going to start off slow. I don't want anybody to take that away from what I'm about to say, but it feels to me like Burrow gets in a groove. It wouldn't shock me at all if Burrow's on a fire down the stretch. And, you know, we saw him start off slow last year, and I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but if I'm thinking about like a quarterback maybe exploding in the first 14 games between the two, I kind of feel like Hurts, because he runs so much, could get worn down and tired, maybe banged up. So, like, I'm kind of thinking lately, and I'm not playing for second place or anything, that $10,000 prize is just very intriguing to me when you're building a team built for weeks 1 through 14. You know, one that if you do well enough to win that, you're obviously going to be a team that's contention to win weeks 15, 16, 17 as well. But I just love the thinking and the strategy behind like building a team for weeks 1 through 14. And I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to explode in weeks 1 through 14. And the running will add up. And then that's when maybe, you know, Burrow passes him, catches up to him. So like this team's kind of built for, and Gibbs, I took Gibbs. So I have Gibbs, I have Hurts, I have, you know, Christian Watson. You know, hopefully they're in the mix, and I've kind of sidecar cuffed Watson and Aaron Jones. I've got Trevor Lawrence to pull some weight if Jalen Hurts does, let's say, slow down in weeks 15, 16, 17 because he's banged up or running too much. Pacheco I like a lot. McKinnon is older, but if he blows up, he's probably not blowing up for a full season. So I kind of built this team a little bit, except for Zay Flowers. Built it for like the weeks 1 through 14 to win that $10,000 prize. I love this format. I wish every single underdog format had this tournament prize and then the regular season prize. I think that's genius. It's what I would do, and it makes me really, really excited about this tournament more so than any of the other ones that they have. I'm thrilled with it.
Yeah. No,
The
I like
problem
team.
with the problem I have that I think with the Hurts this year is, you know how they like setting their players in the last week, and Philly plays Arizona, could be an insignificant game, and they might not play their starters.
Which is why my mind's going to weeks 1 through 14. And like I said, if you win the $10,000 prize, you win first place weeks 1 through 14. Again, you're a contender for the overall prize. You're clearly the best team in the entire tournament up to week 14. So it's not like you're playing for second or conceding or anything like that. I just think it's such a smart strategy because a lot of people won't be thinking like that, I don't believe. And I'm going to be. I'm going to be planning a lot of stuff around that. I love this style of tournament. I think it's awesome going for that first place week.
Well, and that's the best part. We get to do multiple drafts, right?
Yeah.
So you get Jalen, and you try to win the regular season prize, and then you get fucking Burrow, and he's I'm sorry, I always forget to not curse on your show, man.
Well,
but you get Burrow, and that's the guy who's going to have to try to beat the Ravens out for the playoff spot for, the seed. So, I mean, you get points on either end if you're playing for tournament, or if you're playing for the regular season. You win on either end.
Mm-hmm. I'm liking it, my guy. I am liking it. I've got a dilemma on my hands here. I know if I let Tank Dell fall down to Speedy, that he's going to let him go. So I got to take him in around 14 here. But that's fine. Tank Dell in 14 is not a reach. Anywhere in 14, 15, 16, I'm not worried about it. So my team so far, I feel like it's shaping out nicely. And I've got Ron would be proud of me. I got a lot of stackage going on this team. Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love. Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones. So I got Jordan Love, Aaron Jones. Got Pacheco, McKinnon. I got that cuffed up. I got Garrett Wilson. I've got Christian Watson to go along with my Aaron Jones and Jordan Love. I've got Sky Moore to sidecar cuff to my Pacheco and McKinnon. I've got Nathaniel Dell, Mingo, Sky Moore, Pat Freiermuth. I'm liking it. Someone dropped a 20. Is this Double D doing taxes? Oh my, here he is.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
Double D just double dipping as he sits there doing taxes on call. Double D's becoming just Double D. Can I say something? I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This isn't just because you're super chatting. It doesn't hurt, but it certainly isn't the only reason. I just feel good. My brother used to stay up until about 7 a.m. when I was a young kid. I don't know if anybody else can understand what I'm saying right here with the same thing that happened in their family. But my brother was always up. He was always up. And so I felt safe and secure as a kid growing up when I was a little tyke. And because I knew my brother was always up. When I woke up, he was going to bed. And I just feel like no matter what I'm doing, Double D's sitting there, wide awake, on alert. It just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me feel like a child again. I just feel like Double D's like my big brother. That's how I feel about Double D. Double D's always watching, always working, always sitting there and just being a good dude. Big bro Double D. I appreciate you. Okay, Rock, someone else is on the phone that I haven't gone to yet. Hold on one second. Lancaster. What's up, Lancaster?
Lancaster was talking.
What?
What's up?
Wait, what'd you just say? The third person?
Yeah, I'm talking about myself in the third person now.
What'd you say though? Lancaster was talking?
Yeah, I was talking about the benefits of Burrow for later rounds, later games, and Jalen Hurts.
You're saying
me, homie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were. Okay, I got you.
Don't worry, you always forget what I'm going to say. It's okay.
Yeah, I forget everything, bro. I forget everything. But go ahead. What do you got, bro? What's on your mind?
Oh, I was just calling in to talk about that draft strategy for where you're going for winning early rounds versus later rounds. Also, like, I was going to share a couple of my most drafted players. If you want to, like, do you have your draft exposure ready?
I've got Burrow, Charbonnet. I mean, mine's pretty easy. Tank Dell is getting up there too, but Burrow, Charbonnet, Kamara, and Olave and Garrett Wilson are probably my top. They're in my top 7. Those are my. I have a couple weird ones. I have Josh Downs is in one of them. I forget which exposure because there's 3 of them broken down. One of them he's like in the top 4, and it's like, wow, I really, Jordan Love's getting up there. But go ahead. Who are your highest exposures, bro?
My highest right now is Chico Conquo.
Okay. Chico Conquo, it's a good one.
What's up?
That's a good one. Thank you, Kenwar. Kenwar to the moon.
To the moon.
Basically, like, he's proven that he's a bully. He's a dog. And
straight dog.
You have either a veteran quarterback or a rookie quarterback flowing through him who's going to have to go through those short yard passes. So that's one of my big ones. Khalil Herbert is fucking criminally underrated. I'm sorry, Chris is getting a new program.
Beep. I mean, you didn't just curse on the program, bro. You like aggressively dug in and got almost violent. I'd say, but go ahead. Don't mind my family show, bro. It's fine. Just disregard it. Go ahead. Look, Khalil Herbert might make a lot of us curse.
Either about 30%.
Either in a good way or a bad way. The guy averaged more yards per carry than anybody in the National Football League last year. And honestly, he's on the satellite man list in my heart. I just haven't put him on there yet. But Khalil Herbert, as much as I like Roshan, I mean, this guy deserves the gig. He deserves it. I don't know why they haven't given it to him. I don't know why it's not like maybe they're trying to go stealth-like into this season with him. But, like, I mean...
Well, and when the Roshan thing became a thing, it's just like, Roshan Johnson is not Khalil Herbert. I'm sorry. Like, Montgomery is still a quality running back, and the Bears got rid of David Montgomery and sent him to the Lions.
Yeah.
It's still quality.
Kenwar, not doing another one, Kenwar, but I'll drop a Garrett Wilson draft link. Be prepared and ready to jump on that. Those go really quick. Hold on, let me draft real quick, bro. I've got Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love.
My number 3 is Tyler Conklin.
This is early, but I'm going to time out. I timed out on Zeke. Gosh dang it. Shiat. Damn you, Zeke Elliott. Damn you.
I am so sorry. He might be a good Texan.
Damn you, Zeke
Elliott.
Hang tight, Kenwar, because I will be dropping a Garrett Wilson link. Ron, Navy, what else you got?
Oh, I was just sorry. I was just drafting in a couple of my slow chow drafts.
You're just sniping your fellow man. Hey, real quickly, what do you guys think about? Let's go over to is Avi still on the line?
Yo, what up?
Yeah, in Lancaster. What do you guys think about when we go to these pick'ems, and we go over to NFL season, and we sort through these bad boys? What And I'm not suggesting anybody go and put like, anything they can't. Don't throw anything on that you can't, lose, whatever. But like, does anybody see one on here where they're like, I just want to take a straight one higher or lower ticket and not do one of these compilations, multipliers and 5-on-1. Does anybody see something where they're like, that one I'm throwing like $200 on, or I'm just going to double my money and I'm fine with it. But like, which one of these, and I'm not saying I won't do more than that. I don't want to encourage people to go out and drop massive amounts that they can't lose. But like Burrow 33.5 feels like it would be in my top 10 of ones I would want to put a significant amount one specific pick 'em.
What's Burrow's yards?
They're high enough to where I wouldn't mess with it. Like 44.25.
What's the yards?
44.25. He's probably going to crush that, but you miss 3 games or something, and I'm not saying you necessarily hit those. I think the Trevor Lawrence 26.5 passing touchdowns, that one feels like one of those ones where like if I miss on that, I'm okay with it. Like I know it was a good play. It would be injury. It would be injury. Then.
Over Lawrence on 26.5, and then if they still have, this is going to be like one that just burns your skin. Mahomes under 4750 yards.
I don't think that burns my skin. That's a high number. I wouldn't mess with that number though. That's such a high number.
Dreadful.
Yeah, but he can get that too. So like, I'd be a little weary of. Did Double D just drop another 20? I think Double D, Uncle D, Brother D. Uncle D, Brother D. I'm pretty sure he just dropped another. I'm not positive.
Yeah, he gifted 20.
Just another? Just absolute, just machine. He's a machine. He's a
Got
machine.
no client.
He's a machine.
One thing I'll say though, season
Oh,
bets are kind of hard to do.
Avi, hold that thought because Uncle D, Brother D, just dropped another 20. Hold on.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Now technically, those aren't super chats. They're 20 gifted memberships. So I almost got to create something else, but it's essentially like a $20 super chat. He's buying 20. And I don't even know if I think they're Double D. Are they charging you first month 99 cents to gift those? Because that's an amazing gift.
No.
I know it's
It's
dollar.
like $6 a piece. Motherfucking legend.
Let's keep the like a shit once in a while, or you know what I mean, like not a big deal, but we just got to kind of keep the YouTube video monetized, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Because that's all. Appreciate your passion, though.
Yeah. Support.
I mean, just taking away what Double D just dropped and just yanking it from the live stream. It's almost what you're doing. You just all Double D's hard work. You got to rip it from the video,
Listen,
bro.
Maybe I'll just drop some more super chats. Read. It's cool. It's fine. I'll throw that back at you.
Yeah. All right. Now you're talking. All right. What were we talking about? Avi, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna season bets are hard to do just because like you don't know what's gonna change over the season. They're definitely fun to do a few, but I'd be careful with them. That's all I'll say.
I don't know, man.
Season bets are hard.
Careful. Yeah, don't go dropping your mortgage payment on a Trevor Lawrence hire. Like I'm not saying that, but this feels like one of those ones where it's like I don't. Normally I want to turn 5 into 100, 10 into 200. Ron always drops 20s to turn them into 400 on these. I do a lot. I do so many of them. I got to dial them down to 10 or whatever because I do a ton of them each week. I put them on my stories. I'm promoting them. Not to say Ron isn't still doing that exact same amount. He really is. But Ron's a baller. This is one of those ones, Trevor Lawrence, where I'd literally just go, I'm going to put $200 on Lawrence higher than 26.5. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, I'm literally not upset at all. I'll be mad that it didn't work out, but I know I'm not going to miss it because, hold on one second. I'm on the clock here. What do I have? I have a pretty good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers. I suppose I could use another RB. I'm going to go Deuce Vaughn. I mean, I got Zeke Elliott. He could end up back in Dallas. Maybe that ends up cuffing itself. And I'm going to go Luke Musgrave. Oh, I didn't even check my tight end buys. Both week 6. Son of a B. I was going to stop and pause and just check, and I'm like, what are the odds? They're both week 6. Son of a B. Way to throw my entire draft down the drain. Lesson learned, right? In front of all you. Check. Don't just assume. Check. Check the bye week. Don't do what I just did. Don't double D yourself.
What'd you do?
Ron, I went like this. Tell me you haven't done it before, or maybe you haven't. I do so many things at once. I have to throw caution to the wind. But I was sitting there over Musgrave, and I'm like, what are the odds he has the same bye week as my tight end? And I just hit the button, and then I look, and it's both week 6.
Oh, yeah, it's an early buy. You can recover from that. Don't worry about the buys.
Well,
especially when they're early buys, you can recover off that quick.
Well, maybe it somehow works out to where, because I have both of them every single week together, it'll get me the extra points. You know, you never know. That's the thing.
You'll be fine. Week 6 is an early buy. I mean, they start week 5, so
yeah, but I'm going for that week.
You'll have that 1 week. And then you have the rest of the year, and they'll be good.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad team. I don't mind it. Receivers are like a little light, you know. Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson are fantastic, but then Flowers, Sky Moore, Mingo, Dell, Josh Downs. Tight end room, aside from the double week 6 bye, Muth and Musgrave, and I got Musgrave cuffed. I got a lot of Packer investment here in this team. But I think the Packers won't make the playoffs, or they could. You never know, but they'll struggle to, or they'll play like the Lions did last year. You know, they'll be good and show a lot of promise. Love's going to look good. Watson's going to look good. Even the rookie wide receiver Reed, Musgrave, the tight end. I think they're going to look promising, but they'll be a team that you clearly know are coming the next year. You know, not that they're going to win the Super Bowl or anything, but just that, like, you know, this has the makings of maybe a team that's going to look a little better next year, but they're going to be very good in terms of moving the chains, I think. So I kind of feel like I like this team a lot. Let's go over to Speed. I think Speedy probably has the best team because it's full of my guys that I love and I draft over and over and over. Mahomes, Burrow, Kyler. Mahomes. I don't like Kyler, but Mahomes, Burrow, Kyler. Tony Pollard, Walker, Kamara, Herbert, and if you would have got Charbonnet, it would have been just the right amount of everything. You got Jamar Chase, Kadarius Toney, Jahan Dotson, Jamison Williams. Absolutely phenomenal wide receiver room. Chase, Toney, Dotson, Jamison Williams. It's crafty. A lot of people won't like it as much as I do too. Kincaid, Irv Smith, and Zach Ertz. And, Burrow, Mahomes. Really, really good squad, bro. And I think Speedy did what was perfect in this draft. If we go back to the full draft board and look at it, Speedy didn't force the Burrow and Mahomes stack in a 1 QB. He did it naturally. And what I mean by that, if you look at Speedy in the second draft slot, Speedy said to himself when he was sitting there and Joe Burrow was on the clock at 50 overall, he said to himself, do I want Brandon Ayuk? Do I want, all these players around here? It really dropped off in a major way. And so for him, it was the only play. To be honest, it's the only play I would have made because I don't think any of those other players are like win a league players. I mean, I like Dotson later and all that, but I'm not going to force him at that pick. I like, Pickens, but I wouldn't force him in the 5th round. In the 5th round, I don't like the other 5th rounders. I would have taken Joe Burrow. I would have done the exact same thing, and that's a naturally placed 2 QB. And did Double D just double D us again? I think he did. Why
Yeah,
is
he gifted 20.
why is my
Yeah.
why is my thing not alerting us? My sound effects, maybe that's why. Huh. I don't know why it's not telling me when these things are occurring. Okay. I know he did it though.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert.
There it is.
Super chat alert.
Got it again.
Double D dropping doubles all over. Alex becoming a member.
Triple.
Ron, have you done any of these pick'ems yet? Thank you, Double D. I just want to say to the moon,
To the moon.
Uncle Double D. Ron, have you done any of these yet? These season long
Yeah,
yet?
I did one earlier.
Didn't it feel good?
Yep.
It's so fun. This is like the
I hate
weekly.
you.
This is Ron's like I didn't budget for this, Smitty. I already, he's already on track for like the underdog record of, most spent.
Probably.
I missed the phone call. Whoever called back.
Can I ask something that, because I'm on my phone, I can't look it up.
Yeah, who's this?
What's the Michael Thomas over?
I
for the
don't.
pick'em?
I don't think they have him on here, if I remember correctly, bro. He's too risky.
Okay.
He's too risky of a play. I'm surprised they got Swift on here. They seem to have taken off a lot of the risky plays.
The stipulation is if you don't start 5 games, they're out. So anybody that you'd want to do an injury bet on, you bet the over, you still get, if they play, you get the over, but if they don't, it doesn't count.
What do you mean? They don't play 5 games, it doesn't count?
Yeah.
Are
That's
you sure?
in the terms of service for underdog. If they don't play at least one play in 5 games, it doesn't count. It's taken out. So if somebody's an injury risk, but they have something that you think, they'll hit the over if they play 5 games.
I'll have to look at that. I haven't
they
looked into
consider it a tie, I think.
push. Huh? I guess.
Black it out.
I guess that can make sense,
But
but
you get less.
yeah, I guess that can make sense because if a player doesn't, if you bet on or if you put a higher lower on a player and then all of a sudden they get ruled out, they push it. Like it makes sense that they got to look at that from a season long perspective angle. Like what feels like that same feel? They call it 5 games, I guess. Well, that does change.
But also, if like T. Higgins plays a play and he goes out of the game, you're fucked. But it's something to kind of consider when you think about like injury-prone players. If Michael Thomas plays the entire season, he's going to hit the over.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't do a lot of unders anyway, so it kind of is good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I everything I've done so far has been a higher. The only thing I go lower on, I think, so far is Adams. I would go under. Adams is like 1,300 and something yards. I don't think he's getting that. He could, but I don't think that's a lot.
I did over on Najee, 6 touchdowns. I did over on Gibbs, 580 yards. I did over on Christian Watson, 850 yards. I did over on Pickett, 19.5 TDs, and I did over on Pickens,
Speedy
775.
To the moon.
Speedy to the moon. Yeah. It's been a good.
That Pickett one's a sneaky one because you know the Steelers' offense is just getting ready to take off, or at least be better, a little bit better,
TNT.
take a step forward than they did last year with Pickett having a year under his belt. And Pickett was pretty good as a rookie, so I'm 19 touchdowns in this next coming season should be easy.
TMT. Appreciate you dropping that 5 gifted memberships. It's weird. My system isn't showing. I'm sure it'll fix itself. isn't showing the 5 gifted membership, but then it's showing the 5 people. So TMT, appreciate you doing that. Thank you, pal. TMT's the man.
But hey, I'm gonna dip, y'all. You have a great night.
All right, who said that?
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Hey, peace out, Lancaster. Appreciate you.
You have a good night.
Yeah. That guy, when he sleeps, I'm sure he's dropping F-bombs. Just rolling in his sleep. All right, Ninja, I'm probably not going to stay much longer, guys. Ninja, what do you have? What do you say? What do you hear? What do you say?
No, yeah, I was just talking about Pickett earlier. I think he's an easy smash there. I think Gibbs, easy smash over 500.
Easy.
Yeah, so many good opportunities to take advantage of now because it's kind of ridiculous the type of numbers that, are being thrown your way for, Trey Law, 26.5 or 25.5 touchdowns. Like, easy over
T-Law,
right there.
not Trey. T-Law.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some respect on that man's name. It's not Trey. It's T-Law.
T-Law. My bad.
That's right. That's right. I'm just making sure. Hey, do you like this Christian McCaffrey 6.5 rushing touchdowns? I do. I think he can get that even before he gets, if he was to get hurt, let's say in week 15, 14, like whatever. I still think he crushes 6.5 rushing touchdowns. I think that's pretty good.
Hell yeah. I mean, Christian McCaffrey in the San Francisco 49ers is the best thing that could have ever happened in his career. Like, don't be surprised if he is healthy for the whole season.
It's possible, but I think it will be kind of a tall order. There was a report. I don't know if you guys saw the
for the whole season.
I don't know if you guys saw the report. It's somebody kind of trying to make waves with it. To be honest, I didn't really do anything with it because it's just somebody, kind of looking at something from a weird angle. There's no real news to it, but a couple people were highlighting this one person's evaluation of Christian McCaffrey's running style and the fact that he's constantly the placement of his toes and where his feet are in relation to his knees and how it can create really early patellar tendonitis and knee degeneration when you're constantly over your feet, instead of back.
I mean,
and so, well, hold on. But it's, I think it's reaching and it's kind of crazy for people like dig into stuff where there's like no, you don't really know how his body's responding to that. You can kind of take a photo of anybody cutting and pause it in just the right spot and say, look, his knee is over his toe. It's meaning like if you're planting right here, like if you're, let me go to the board here. So if like this is the person's knee and here's your foot right here. Let's put shorts on them, okay? And the person's running like this, okay? And they're planting. This looks really bad, but they're planting, and they're constantly their weight of their knee is behind their foot. There's a lot of pressure on the knee there, and so people are just saying that a lot of time your foot, here's your shoe, your foot, here's your knee. You should be running like this when you're running, and he runs a lot of the time where he's over his feet. I don't know. It was just a weird analysis when you see it and you're like, okay, there's a lot of knee issues with him and the overworked. He just does feel like a player that he's more volume of his team than any player in the National Football League, and he was gone for 2 years.
Yeah, and remember, Christian McCaffrey coming into the league didn't have any injury issues to worry about, right? So he goes to a Panthers situation where basically they put the whole weight of the world on his shoulders, and, it doesn't pay off. He gets injured. Panthers are not really a top-tier organization here where they have the best trainers to make sure that you're healthy and, the best coaches in mind that know how to deal with your workload. I think here in San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan, having known Christian McCaffrey since childhood, basically, I think he knows how to deal with the workload here. And we saw a great example of it when Christian McCaffrey came in to the season last year. Now he's got a full offseason under his belt. Sure, his workload is not going to be over the top.
Here's the problem.
We're talking about somebody who's super efficient here.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though.
San Francisco's
He plays
injury team out there, though.
Yeah, he plays in an offense where the quarterback room and the running back room Like think about what I'm saying right now. Don't say that it's dumb luck or that it's football and people get hurt. Like think about what I'm about to say and how it's almost improbable to happen unless there's some sort of underlying reason. The scheme. You had your entire running back room. You drafted, I think you had a total of 6, if you're a Niner fan or not, whoever's listening. The Niners drafted about 6, I think, or you had a total of 6 or 7 running backs going into that Deebo Samuel became the running back season. I think there were 6 running backs on the roster. You had none of them. Deebo had to become the RB1. There was not a single running back left. In the QB room last year, there was not a single quarterback left by the end of it. That's not bad luck. Not to mention the quarterback room's always getting hurt. The running back room's always getting hurt. It's scheme. It's an aggressive scheme that's very abusive on the running back, and it's a scheme that leaves the quarterback vulnerable because you have a bunch of polling going on and different things moving around all over the place. A lot of moving parts, and it leaves blocking situations you normally don't see, like a tight end blocking a linebacker or a running back blocking a linebacker all of a sudden. It puts the running back and the quarterback in a very vulnerable spot because it's constantly moving. It's very crazy. I just feel that Christian McCaffrey, I put the video out for a reason. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm a very, very, for some reason, and you can call a lot of it gut instinct, very worried that Christian McCaffrey misses an uncomfortable amount of games. Not 1 or 2 games, still finishes as running back 2, and we're like, okay, it's still a great year. Like, I feel like this could be one of those years that we saw two years ago and 3 years ago.
If that does happen, Smitty, if Christian McCaffrey misses a majority of the games, that means 49ers are going to be a losing organization this coming season without Christian McCaffrey in the lineup. Yep. And if they are a losing organization without Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Shanahan is going to be definitely on the hot seat because, he hasn't performed up to what they're expecting out of this organization.
And then I will finally be right because everyone thinks I'm wrong right now. Not everybody, but a lot of people think I'm wrong right now because Christian McCaffrey made Shanahan look really good at the end of the year when Shanahan was going to be on the hot seat. Had the team not acquired Christian McCaffrey, which I have to give Shanahan some credit for that because I don't know 100% certainty that it was more John Lynch than Shanahan. But I do have it on good authority from people I trust very much, and even Raj, RSF 49ers, the biggest 49er fan page in period. There's nobody bigger than him. He said him, the entire quad box, him, Vlad, and C-Mac have all said that was John Lynch that made that move. And Raj has connections. He talks to people that are very, 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 not just close to the situation, like to a beat reporter. He has connections that are very, very, very closer than you can imagine. And he didn't tell me who said what, but he told me, that was a John Lynch move. And both of them are very close to Christian McCaffrey. John Lynch's ties to Stanford. I know McCaffrey's family is very close to CMC. And who's to say it wasn't like John Lynch initiated and Kyle Shanahan said, yes, let's do it. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that had that not taken place and Kyle Shanahan doesn't seem to be the kind of, in my opinion, person that's going to be making moves like that, it is John Lynch that would be more so apt to make a move like that. Not that Shanahan didn't love it, but I've heard that it was a John Lynch move. Had that move not happened, Shanahan would be on the hot seat right now, and we wouldn't even know Purdy's name anymore. We wouldn't even care about Brock Purdy. No one would care about Brock Purdy had Christian McCaffrey not landed on that roster. So that's what makes me so mad about Trey Lance is he's not going to get a fair shake. He's not going to get a fair shake, and he's already set up for failure. He's going to fail. Yeah. And I don't want him to fail. You guys know how much I love Trey Lance. He is 1,000% getting set up for failure, and it's Shanahan's fault. And I saw here Shanahan likes Trey Lance a lot more. I don't know where you're getting that from, Crab Ninja. That's not the case at all.
No, wait. I didn't say Shanahan likes Lance a lot more. I didn't say that. I was saying nope in terms of you're right that he's setting up Trey Lance.
No.
For failure.
There's another. Are you Crab Ninja as well?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm Fantasy Football Ninja.
Yeah, no, this is Crab Ninja. This is your brother.
Okay, right on.
Your brother says Shanahan likes Trey Lance a lot more, and I don't know who he's referencing, but it doesn't even matter who he's referencing. I don't even need to know who Crab Ninja is referencing because he likes no one better than Trey Lance. He likes everybody better than Trey Lance.
Either way, the way this whole situation's been handled with the QB room, with figuring out the running backs, they are ruining a perfectly great window of opportunity here for Super Bowls with an amazing defense that has made head coaches of defensive coordinators. And so, this has got to be the last year here of the Shanahan experiment if he can't pull off a miracle and get to a Super Bowl with this team.
Yeah, it's a 1 to 2 year window. It's now, and there's no quarterback. Hopefully Brock Purdy does come back. Hopefully Brock Purdy does come back and is able to do some good things. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of upside if he's healthy, but this we've seen one example in the NFL. I believe one example in NFL history of somebody that's had Brock Purdy specific surgery, the type of surgery he had, because he didn't have Tommy John's, and come back and play at the level Brock Purdy's being required to play at. So we'll see. We'll see how it holds up. I certainly didn't
knowing the history of Shanahan, he's going to choke it up somehow. They can get to playoffs, and he'll just find a way to just overthink the situation and choke it, or just run his players to the ground and they get injured.
Yeah.
That's his history.
I don't know if you guys know that who's the quarterback? What's the other guy that they drafted? They're saying he's probably going to be ranked ahead of Trey Lance. There's a lot of reports on that. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. What's that guy's name?
Well, everybody's big on San Francisco's defense, but let's not forget Atlanta beat them. That their defense can't hold Mahomes. They lost a lot of suspect games last year because, even when they played Philly, their defense didn't do that great.
TMT. Thanks again,
You
pal.
could be setting up for a disaster year here with San Francisco, where everybody is thinking they're Super Bowl caliber team because they saw them last in the NFC Championship, but it can go south real quick for this team.
Mm-hmm. Hey, boys,
it's going to start one. It's going to start week 1 when Pittsburgh beats them.
Yeah, the head coach is too arrogant that he thinks, I can just run a championship type of offense with a 7th round pick.
Yeah. Hey, boys, I'm going to let you off one at a time here. Ninja, final thoughts.
No, thank you, Schmitty. And, I think it's a great time to be taking advantage of those picks on underdog, Trey Law and Gibbs, going the overs on those easily. So, appreciate you having me on.
Hey,
Thanks,
it's
man.
not Trey Law, it's T-Law.
I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Where are you coming up with these names, though? Either Trey, what did you call them? You called them Trey Law, Trayvon.
No. I'm just saying Trey Law. It's my own little nickname. I don't really hang out with fantasy circles.
So you're trying to say it on purpose. Okay. I was just wondering where your mind was going. Well, Trevor Lawrence. I got you. Trey Law. Okay, Trevor Lawrence. Trey. Even though you don't say it, Trevor. Trey Law. But it's okay.
Yeah. I'll work on it. I'll get it right next time. T-Law.
No, bro. You now I just know what you're saying. You're trying to say Trey TR. I got you. You keep saying it. Don't let me.
I'm trying to make him sound more badass than he is.
You do make it sound pretty nice. Now that I'm thinking about it, it does sound pretty smooth. But it's not the pronunciation, so it threw me off. Okay, keep saying Trey Law with your bad self. All right, later, Ninja. Appreciate you. I was trying to figure out what he was doing back there. Avi, you got 10 seconds, pal. What can I do for you?
Have a good night. How are we thinking on Jonathan Taylor and Cooper Kupp this year? Just what are your thoughts on those two?
Cooper Kupp is a solid, 5, 6, 7 overall player for me. I'm not taking him 4. I'm taking Bijan. The problem is I'm drafting Bijan every single time over him. And there's never a time where Bijan goes in front of Kupp. So if I'm ever on the clock and I'm in a position to draft Kupp always goes before Bijan whenever I'm drafting, so I never draft him. Yeah. I do want to own him in 1 or 2 leagues, but I'm a little fearful. Dude has never had more than 2,000-yard seasons, one of which was not that much more than a 1,000-yard season, and then he had his pinnacle, monster year where he had the Triple Crown. So, I'm just not as excited about him as everybody else coming back from this injury, being, 30 years old, has a quarterback that may or may not be able to play anymore. We're hearing so many negative things about him. So I'm just a little concerned about Cooper Kupp. But I do want him in 1 or 2 leagues. I don't hate him. I when people say it's Cooper Kupp, yeah. He said he's a one pretty good 1,000-yard season and then his Triple Crown year, and that's it. He hasn't had the year. Kind of like Mike Thomas to me. Just kind of got so much credit for a very short stint of greatness. I mean, he was great, but it was very short-lived. I don't know. And who's the other one?
Jonathan Taylor. You liking him in the late first, early second? Or no?
I like him at the 12-13 turn, but I find myself trying not to take him. I don't know why. Maybe just because I got burned so hardcore. But I don't think there's a lot of logic to it. I think I'm still wounded, But I don't mind him.
All right.
I like him, Maybe vulture touchdowns scare me a little bit too, but all right. I appreciate you, Avi. I'll see you later. Call tomorrow.
Later.
Rock out. Final thoughts.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Cook if he went to Miami as far as production-wise?
What'd you get, Johnny? Spit it out. I'm about to leave, so tell me what you got. Miami, I would say great spot. It sounds like they want him. I almost went live on it, but there's a report where Miami Mike was asked about it, and he's like, I'm not going to he made some weird comment about how, he wasn't born yesterday. My birthday was in 1983, and therefore that means I wasn't born yesterday. So, I'm not going to talk about Dalvin Cook, which indicates to me that you're gonna go tell that elaborate of a story, like a folk tale about it. Like you're clearly telling people you don't want anybody to know you want Dalvin Cook that bad. Like I don't know the way that he was talking about it. I'm pretty sure that's what he was referencing too, but no one knew what he was referencing because he was running just like he's on drugs. But I do like Dalvin Cook in Miami. I think if Miami Mike wants him that badly, that means he probably wants to use him. And I think he probably wins the job at some point, but it depends on his ADP. As I said earlier, Dalvin Cook in Miami as a 5th-round pick, I don't like because there's too many other players I like more. Dalvin Cook in the 6th or 7th round, kind of where Madison's going in Miami, I kind of like that. I don't know how much I like it. Maybe 1 or 2 leagues like it, but not a ton.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Call me. Call me back tomorrow.
All right, see you.
All right, later, rock out. Ron Navy, final thoughts.
Yeah, Madison, his ADP's already went up that quick just from the news. His ADP's already shot up.
Wow. Yeah.
In regular draft, I mean, not in our draft. I mean, yeah, but I mean, earlier when I was in a draft, he went a round earlier in 2 different drafts.
Johnny Not Bravo did something that he wants me to Smitty approved, and I'm a little scared to read it here. You told me to upgrade my 3rd receiver. I traded Gibbs and Devontae Smith, a 2nd rounder, got A.J. Brown and Breece Hall. He said it so excited, too. I was expecting it to be Johnny Not Bravo. Don't get mad at me, pal. I love you, pal. Don't get mad at me. I'm not saying I don't like this. It's good. It's a really good. I mean, it's a really, really good trade. But it could be argued is all I'm going for here. It could be argued. I mean, Gibbs versus Hall. I'd rather have Gibbs at the current moment. The current moment, 2023. We're talking dynasty. Probably rather have Breece Hall. So it does depend on what we're talking about. Just because it could be. Maybe it won't be. Hopefully it won't be. But it could be a little bit better start for Gibbs than Breece Hall. But, like, the question is. Yeah, the question is it redraft or dynasty? Because if it's dynasty, I like Breece Hall a little bit more than Gibbs in dynasty. Maybe not. It's dynasty unknown. What's dynasty unknown mean? I don't know what that means. Gibbs or Hall don't need to start for me right now. Then what do you have? I forget what your team looks like, but how do you not start Gibbs or Breece Hall? I don't understand that. But I would say, like, Devontae Smith, Ron, and I know you're still getting into dynasty, but do you like A.J. Brown a lot more than Devontae Smith in dynasty, or do you actually feel like A.J. Brown's knees get the best of him in 2 or 3 years, and you might quietly, because I think you draft A.J. Brown ahead of him, but quietly like Devontae Smith more?
Yeah, I think, yeah. But I don't have him in any of my leagues, so. But if I had him, I would prefer probably deep Devontae Smith over AJ.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one, Johnny. I'd say that it's even. I don't want you to walk away with a negative feeling. I think it's even. It's hard to argue because I like Gibbs and Breece so much, and I like Devontae Smith in dynasty so much. In redraft, this AJ Brown Breece Hall side wins. In dynasty, the gap gets closed and it's arguable, and I'd literally go back and forth on it, if that makes sense. You have Hurts, Bijan, Eckler, A.J. Brown, Kupp, Hill, Hawkinson, Breece Hall, Addison. You got a nice team, Johnny. Way to work over your grandmas. This guy gets all 4 of his grandmas into one league and just works them over. Nice job. All right, Ron, anything else?
No. What did you think of my receiver crew I drafted earlier, that I sent you earlier?
I forget. Let me look. Jefferson, Pickens, Dotson. The Jefferson, Pickens, Dotson, KJ Osborne one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Walker, Charbonnet. Hurts, Allen. I mean, to have Hurts and Allen, though. Hurts and Allen, and you got Walker, Charbonnet, and then you got Jefferson, Pickens, Dotson, KJ Osborne, Jaden Reed, TJ Hawkinson, Kincaid. I mean, to have Hurts and Allen, Josh Allen, that's a crazy build. I like it. All right, Ron. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Probably be a premiere at some point tomorrow. All right, later.
Bye.
All right, guys. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for all you do. You keep the lights on. You guys are the show. Johnny Not Bravo, again, to recap, I like it. Breece Hall side better in redraft. I think it's dead even and arguable, and I go back and forth in dynasty. So you didn't make a bad trade. It's just you had made it sound like I was going to just fall off my chair, and I think it's arguable on both sides. So, Devontae Smith's going to be fun to watch develop. And does he stop? Does he stop developing, or does he get better? This is a $4,000 league. $4,000 league. Your grandmas are loaded, bro. $4,000 a season entry fee. Johnny, am I reading that correctly? That is crazy. Or a $4,000 prize, maybe? That's crazy, Johnny. That's awesome, bro. Congrats, because you're going to probably win that. Ron Navy, thank you for all you do. Thank you for being here. Peanut Butter and Waivers, Johnny Not Bravo, Styles, Ada, all you guys. Sir Dev, appreciate you. And thank you to Double D and TMT. First of all, gifted memberships. Gifted 20. We got Double D dropping 1. Double D dropping 2. Double D dropping 3. TMT dropping 5. And then our super chatters tonight, Clinton dropping a $5 holler. Cody dropping a $20 holler. Appreciate that, Cody. Sick Nasty dropping a $2. Ross dropping another one. Kenwar dropping a $10 hauler, and I got to drop a Garrett Wilson link, and then Max dropping a $4 hauler. Appreciate you all, guys. Thank you so much for all that you do. Here is a Garrett Wilson link. Let me drop it in the live chat right now. I'm not going to stay for it, the draft, but I will drop the Garrett Wilson link right this second. Hold on. Lobby, NFL, $3, 12-person slow. Create link. Copy said link. Go to my YouTube channel. Open it up. Click on the live stream. Pause. Drop link. Let's see how fast it fills. Boom. 11 spots to fill. You'll see that at the top, 11 spots to fill. Watch how quickly you guys jump in. There's 10 spots to fill. You guys are absolutely just speedy quick at grabbing these spots. 9. As soon as there's a YouTube delay, 8. It goes so fast. Garrett Wilson link. Garrett Wilson draft. This is the longest it's actually taken, right when I put it to the test. 7 spots. This is the longest it's ever taken to fill. Everybody should have a chance to get in here. 6. All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Double D. Again, buddy. You are the man. The myth. The legend. Double D. Peace out. 3 spots left. See you later. This is a Garrett Wilson draft, yeah. Yep, Garrett Wilson draft data. Drafting soon. Look who got the 1 pick. Good old me. I'm going to take Jamar Chase. Don't worry. Peace out, everybody.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
Matt just buying a lifetime membership just came through. Matt, you know who you are. Matt, appreciate you. Later, everybody. Later.